rainy season in tropical area is not good to grow many kind of vegetable because it's too wet, too much water. We always have a lot of problem with bacteria, with fungi, fungus, or virus. What can grow well in this season mainly will be the tall plants like eggplant, chilies, basil, or something vine like all kind of beans, cucumber, melon, and squash, pumpkin. Even this plant they love rainy season, but we need to plant them before the heavy rain, before the soil is too wet. And then when it's wet, they can survive. But when it's still young, it's too wet, they will die. They cannot survive. If we plant the seed in rainy season and then the soil is wet for a long time, mostly bacteria or mold will make the the seed decomposed. If not, they will not germinate. They will hibernate like that for a long time until the condition is good for them. They will sprout, but we don't know when they will sprout. If we have to do gardening to plant something in rainy season, what we have to do, the first thing is to check the soil. Is it too wet or not? So dig the soil and then check it. Squeeze it tight. If we squeeze very tight and it loose, that is good, not too bad. But if we squeeze it tight and then let it go, and then it become lumpy like this, it's not good, or very sticky, not good. When we squeeze it very tight and let it go, open it, and it loose, the soil very loose, that means that's good. What we need is a little bit of moist but not wet. That is the best condition for gardening, for the plants. But if we squeeze very tight, you can see the juice come out between our finger, and we can see the soil came out like a noodle. That means too wet. In Thailand, during August, September, October, it's not the season to grow anything because we always have a lot of storm, a lot of monsoon. Sometimes we have a lot of rain. Like the last month, all month we have rain almost every day, non-stop. If we plant something, they will die. So what I will do now, because now is the beginning of September, I need to do seedling. I will not plant in the garden. To do seedling, I will prepare the loose soil mixed with compost half and half and put in the pots. But now it's too wet everywhere. It's hard to get the dry, a little bit drier. So I have to put some compost on top of the pot so I can plant seedling on top of it. So this season is perfect for seedling in September. The end of October, it will be perfect to transplant them in the real garden. This year, I will plant many kinds of chilies, tomatoes, eggplants, and many things for saving seeds. So I need to make sure that I will not confuse. I will remember everything that I plant them. This is a chilies that I got from India. I will not plant all of them. I will plant some of them. I will save most of them because if I make mistake, I fail, I will have some spare in my refrigerator. So I will plant maybe 10 or 20 seeds. That is enough for me. And after I plant it, I need to make sure that I will not forget or confuse with each varieties. So after I put the seed in the pot, I will put the envelope, the name of that seed in the pot to remember what is it. Wait for the real size later. This is my favorite plant this year. It's watercress. I got it from India. In Thailand, we don't eat watercress much, but people make it confused. They call something else watercress. It's not watercress, but it makes people confused a lot. So I will try to plant real watercress this year. After I plant the seed ready, I need to make the real sign for each pot. I will use beer can. I will cut it, make a small strip to write down the name of each variety. Normally, I use scissor, or sometimes I use knife to cut it. Sharp knife is easy too to cut the aluminum can, very easy, like this, and then you just break it apart easily. Then we just cut half. So one can of aluminum, we can make a lot of sign for our garden. Then just write down with the permanent pen, permanent marker, write down the name and the number and the date also, and then stick in the pots. When we put in the pot, we need to make sure that we turn the side that we write down the name in the side of the pot, so it will be protected from the sunlight, because sometimes the sunlight can make the color faint. We will forget it, and then we put it in the row, so easy to remember. In each pot, sometimes we write down the name with the tape on the side of the pot also, so it will make sure that we will not confuse. Even one system fail, we still have another system to help us to remember. And then I need to write down the number of each kind on my notebook too. Will help me to make sure that I will not forget anything. I will not make a mistake to remember each kind of each pot. After I sprinkle the seed on the pots and cover with compost to prevent the seed to expose to the sun, and then I will keep this pot under the roof so it will not be in the rain. This season, rain is a big problem. I start the seedling today, the 3rd of September, and then it will be rain like this. What I have to do now, I just wait for the rain to stop and wait for the seedling to grow, because the end of rainy season is the end of October in Thailand. So by October, the end of October, my seedling will be grow big enough to transplant them in the soil. So that is the best time. We will have less rain after that. The soil will be perfect. The weather will be the best for gardening.